Hello guys, Stav here, and it's finally here. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for a new updated map tutorial, and it's taking some time, but it's here, finally. Before we start though, I just want to preface this by saying that, unlike our previous two tutorials, where we used Paint.net, this tutorial uses exclusively Photoshop. Paint.net is a really good program for very basic stuff, and it has worked very well for us. But as of lately, I have run into several issues, most importantly dealing with the resolution of the map, making it rather hard to actually work with the program. Hence why we are doing this in Photoshop. So if you don't have Photoshop, I am sorry, but you're not gonna gain much from watching this tutorial, sadly. But my old tutorials are still around, so if you really want to make a map, then yeah, you can watch them, I guess. Anyhow, before we truly start, there's a couple of things you need to know. Most importantly is that the map doesn't use the vanilla EU4 projection. When I made this map, I was in the midst of my Miu and Taxes obsession, if you will. So the map projection is based on the Miu and Taxes projection, which in turn is based on the Typus Orbis Terrarum mod projection, which in of itself is a really good projection, but it does mean that vanilla maps do not really work together with our tutorial. However, there is a workaround. So, as you can see here, what you can do is basically boot up the game with Typus Orbis Terrarum, and then you can just use the Nation Designer Extender Unlimited mod to basically recreate your empire in Typus Orbis. And that will basically make it so that you can export your map in the Typus Orbis projection with the same empire, as you can see me doing right here. Once that's done, you just press F10, and just to make it clear once again, if you have played a campaign in Miu and Taxes and you want to use that map, then that is totally fine. You don't have to do any of the Nation Designer steps, all you have to do is hit F10 and that's it. So with all that said, let's get into the tutorial part. So the absolutely first thing you want to do is to download the PSD template, which can be found in the description below. Following that, you're going to want to import your EU4 map into Photoshop, as you can see that I have done right here. And as you can see, as it was made using Typus, it fits perfectly. However, there are some small issues that we have to take care of before we truly begin making something special out of this. So, start off by just make sure that you're in here, selecting your nation, that nation, all the nations you want to include. Continue should be off, should be not worry. And then simply copy it and paste it. We already have a group here, can remove it, redo that, yes, groups and content, there we go. Make a new layer and paste it here. Looks good, right? Yeah, so I'll create a group here, just to keep it a bit more organized. Nothing you have to do, but it's something that I like to do. So the first step of every map tutorial is to basically make sure that the land is properly covered, I guess, and it's really not, because the pixels does not really correspond with our map. They don't really make a perfect fit, so we're going to have to figure that out ourselves for the most part. It's not that hard though, fortunately, so we should be able to solve it rather easily and quickly. So the first thing you want to do is to select the color, or first make sure that these layers are turned off. They're really nice for effects, but right now we just need to get the color as plainly as we can. So that will do. From here we select the brush tool, or rather the pencil tool, as that will not have any smaller, what do we call them, blurs I guess. Simply hit everything you paint is very rigid, all pixelated, no like clear borders. So basically what we want to do is to get a really large one of these, make sure that we don't cover any land though that we not have included, and then we just start painting our coastlines according to the appropriate color. And yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do here for a while. So we can use some more bigger brush tools once we are in areas of the world that is pretty safe to use bigger tools on without whacking our borders up, so to say. So something like that, yeah. Let's make it a bit smaller, just a tiny bit. That's a bit too big. Something like this, yeah. That should cover all of Malaysia. So on to Australia. You could, if you want to, make a separate layer here. If you want to make sure that we don't get any land that is not properly a part of the borders. So we're gonna do it right here. Oh, we overstepped just a bit. Shit, can we? No, not like that. How do we get minus? I'm not sure, to be honest. No, we can use this one though. Demark that, yeah. There we go. Cut that bad boy out. Make sure that is in place properly. Something like this, yeah. And then just redo this once more. Now we can go a little bit more wild though, since we have it in a separate layer. We can go over to this side, because we can simply remove it later very easily, so that's fine. I'm not sure I'm gonna make a separate layer for India though. It seems that it can be done rather easily without trampling over the borders, so to say. At least for now. It's gonna be a bit more difficult once we start with land borders. Okay, that seems pretty fine. We're gonna take care of some of the lakes. Most of them are not actually visible in here, they're only visible in game. So we're gonna take an initiative to remove some of them. Some of them can unfortunately be seen here, so if you find any apparent ones that are not part of this, you can try by turning the border depth and the new land and seaboards on. You can pretty easily spot them. Like here is, or did we fudge it up? Yeah, I think we did. Shit. But here you can see a lot of them are not really covered, so we can just smear over them. Let's see. Make sure though that properly select the area first so that we don't overstep. We just want to do the bits that are a part of Tibet, not anything outside. We accidentally got a tiny sliver of land here. That's fixable though. Most things are fixable, fortunately. So then we're just gonna erase it. Gonna increase the size of our eraser first. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It actually looks rather nice with water depth and new land sea border turned on. But that's just temporary. Go turn them off for now. Yeah, that's right. We need to fix Mongolia as well. Oh, that's just a tiny bit too large. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty nice. Let's make sure that we don't get any of these strange white dots here though, so let's just cover up everything right now. It's fixable later. We're gonna do the same in China. So by selecting the largest one we can simply just go ham, essentially. Eat them up one by one, and that green dot as well. Yeah, that's all good. So what we want to do right now is go into base map darker. Oh yeah, and as you can see, by selecting the ocean we have a pretty good outline of where the landmass is. So what you can do then is simply go back into your folder with your empires and cut out the parts that are not land. So something like this. There we go. And for these oddities you can just select your empire and do something like that. So there we go. This is actually starting to look pretty okay. But there's still some things we want to change. Now I'm just gonna make our borders look a bit more digestible. Just some smaller cleaning sprees, I guess. I don't know. So something like that. As you can see, the lakes are pretty nicely displayed right now. Could be worse. So I really want to take care of this really ugly small like border thing here. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, let's remerge our layers first, and then by going to the magic wand, select it. It's going to select everything outside, but that means that we can start working on it. Or start work on it, I guess is accurate English. It's not going to make it perfect, but it's going to make it better. And that's a win, right? And let's bring in something just a bit more intensive. Oh, we don't want to remove it. There we go. So yeah, there's a lot of these very micro-intensive, I guess, things you gotta do with this tutorial compared to our older ones. But I think it's worth it in the end. It takes a lot of work, but the payoff is a really nice map of a high resolution. So yeah, it's It comes as a price, but the reward is pretty great, I think. So that's a very strange green thing here. Almost looks like a snake. Let's remove it like that, and yeah, that seems fixed. Cool, very cool. What you want to do now is sort of up to you. If you feel pretty done with making a map, then you can just call today. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fix this one real quick. Let's see. Okay, good, good. We're almost good. Okay, yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, if you feel done, then you can just call it a day. I would recommend, however, that you at least try changing the colors first of the different nations, and then apply a simple template to make them just appear a little bit more filled out, I guess. Just nicer overall. So since our main nation is purple, I do want to use some lighter purples, just to make it clear that these are subject nations and not their own independent states. Might use some small different types though, just to make them distinguish themselves from one another. So a little darker one for India, not too dark though. Yeah, I'm not sure I really like that one. Bit purple. Yeah, I'm very picky about this, but hey, it's important, alright? Okay, that's good, that's nice. Australia too. Gonna make it something like this, I guess. Yeah, that's rather fine. So right now you could, if you want to, just turn these layers on and you got yourself a pretty nice map already. But I do kinda prefer to turn opacity down to something like 85. Kinda makes it a bit more clearer, sort of. Yeah, but you could, if you want to as well, just copy the layer style here. I don't really use this one anymore. I did use it a while, but it's pretty functional. Yeah, also turning on multiply can be worth it. It can turn the map really nice from time to time. And you also get this very nice coastline here with the stroke. That can be changed also. Let's see. Gonna make it purple, I guess, light purple. Something like that, yeah. Or it looks good close up, but from far away it kinda makes one dizzy, I think. Weird enough. Yeah, that's good as it is, I think. How's it here though? Yeah, it could be nice for land border, I guess. Not so much for the coast though. Yeah, we'll think about that. But yeah, basically there it is. This is how I for the most part make my maps. There's some more bits included. Some very specific ones that I use for certain maps. I may attempt to go to adjustments, fix some of the color values. Oh, looks really dope as blue. Damn. That's nice, that's really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, if you liked the tutorial, please hit the like button and subscribe and all that good stuff. But anyway, this has been Dov, And thank you guys so much for watching. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon.